Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to take a few minutes to orient ourselves in terms of the course Blackboard page and the syllabus, and just overall generally where you can find content and where you should be looking. So the focus just for this video is going to be the Blackboard page. I'm going to take a look at that. I'm going to find the syllabus and just make sure we know what the key dates are for midterms, paper submissions, what recurring dates are coming in terms of homeworks, and how those are tied to the in-class sessions. So let me go ahead here and share with you the Blackboard course page. All right, so if you visit the URL ole.sandiego.edu and enter your login credentials and find the GSBA 518 course in your list of courses on the left-hand side, you should come to this landing page that has a picture of me and my information. If you scroll down, there's an announcements box. It's empty right now, but as we move through the course, that will fill up. So it's important when you log in, you do take a routine look at the announcements. Other important things to note are on the left column of the page, all these tabs. First and foremost, the syllabus tab. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that and go ahead and click on the course syllabus, which should automatically open up right in front of you within Blackboard. And you can go ahead, please read through the syllabus in some detail. I'm going to just kind of breeze through it momentarily. My office hours are from 2:30 to 3:30 on campus. So if you physically need to meet, that's when I'm there. It's in Olin Hall, room 234. If you would like to meet virtually during that time, shoot me an email. I can probably hop on Zoom while I'm in my office there on campus to meet with you. I will also be holding a Zoom office hour every Wednesday night later, so it doesn't conflict with work obligations, from 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. I will record all of the Zoom sessions, so if you can't make it, don't worry. That will be recorded and posted to Blackboard. Read the course description already. Take a look at that again. Prerequisites: you should have taken 502, which is statistical decision making, in order to be enrolled in this course. Course objectives are pretty straightforward. In terms of readings, we are using Principle of Economics by Mankiw. I highly recommend using the Cengage Unlimited Bundle, which gives you access to the e-textbook, supplemental resources, and access to the MindTap platform for the entire semester. I believe that option is even cheaper than purchasing the textbook in its hard copy form. There are two optional texts that kind of cover information at the intermediate level if you are interested, for interested readers. MindTap is the other part of the course platform that we need you to enroll in. There are instructions for doing that posted on Blackboard. If you scroll up and you go into the first course module, there'll be instructions there and a link. It's the same as this hyperlink here. That'll take you to the page where you can start your account. All the homework for the course is assigned through the MindTap platform. Deadlines to submit assignments correspond to the Friday right before we have any in-class session. So the midnight, the Friday before an in-class session, there's going to be some homework assignments due, and you're welcome to start them immediately. If you want to get them done ahead of time, that's fine. You just can't go back and submit them after the deadlines have passed. So just remember that. Anytime a class session is coming up, that means a homework deadline is coming up as well. Friday right before that, before midnight. The nice thing about the homework questions is you can attempt each question 3 times, and we will take your highest scoring attempt to contribute to your homework score. Only the required exercises labeled in orange are the ones that you need to complete for submission. Otherwise, if there's practice problems or something not labeled in orange, as you can see in the next video when I go through what the dashboard looks like for MindTap, only the ones labeled in orange are mandatory for submission and contribute towards your grade. In terms of Zoom sessions, all the Zoom sessions, as I aforementioned, will be recorded and posted to Blackboard. and because of that, they're all mandatory. So in addition to office hours, I will also host a Sunday review after each of the in-class sessions. Okay, there will be 3 of these, not one corresponding to the last class, because it's the last class and you'll have taken the final exam. The in-class sessions, on the other hand, we have 4 of these. They're each 6.5 hours long, and we will be taking lots of breaks because I know how the attention span works at that duration. Typically, the in-class sessions are going to be focused on going through higher level applications of some of the more fundamental material that is introduced in the online lectures and online videos. This will include breakout discussions with group members, looking at current events and current policy, as well as potentially solving some theoretical problems using graphs, analytics, and math. Not a tremendous amount of math, a little bit of algebra here and there. In terms of OLE access, it's your responsibility to check OLE and MindTap for any change in schedule or any announcements or materials posted. And in terms of grading, there are going to be 2 exams during the course. There's a midterm exam, which will take place, I believe, during the 3rd in-class session, and a final exam, which will take place at the end of the 4th in-class session. Each exam is only 20% of the grade. The bulk of the grade comes from homework and a paper submission, which I will discuss the paper momentarily, but the homework is all online submission through MindTap. So if you don't do well with tests, you can bomb a test and still do okay in the course because the exams are smaller portions of the entire course grade. The letter breakdown is sort of summarized here in terms of the minimum threshold. Could be more generous than this at my discretion. And the paper, which we will definitely talk more about in the 1st and 2nd class sessions, paper is going to give you an interesting opportunity to express your creativity in terms of applying what we've learned to a topic of your choice, more or less. This is always a wonderful time for teachers to see how you're making do with what you know from this course. So I'm really looking forward to see you guys express your creativity. In terms of absences or attendance, shouldn't be an issue for Zoom sessions because you could just watch them. They're recorded. Otherwise, the more notice you can give me if you have to miss something, the more flexible I can be. In terms of supplemental materials, I will be posting things to OLE and MindTap, and these are meant to give you a leg up. I think the students that do the best in hybrid frameworks are the ones that tend to take advantage of, maximally taking advantage of the materials provided. In terms of classroom decorum and email, try to arrive on time. If you have to leave early in a class session, try not to cause too much of a ruckus. We're definitely in there for a long 6+ hours, and we'll probably take breaks every hour to 90 minutes or so to alleviate that strain. If you could also try to avoid being on your laptops or on your cell phones during the class sessions, I'm sure everybody would appreciate it. It's a huge distraction. Please read the Statement of Academic Integrity and familiarize yourself with the School of Business's honor code, especially for the MBA program. And there's a whole slew of exam policies that I will reiterate you to look at when we get closer to test time. Last item to note is the tentative schedule of topics below, which more or less corresponds to how the topics are arranged in the MindTap dashboard, which we will look at in the next video. So we're going to start off looking at gains from trade, understanding market structure and firm behavior, and moving through into market failure. Then we get our first midterm, really the only midterm, on the 13th of April, first 2 hours of meeting number 3, and then we shift gears and go through some issues in macroeconomics, hitting the final exam on the 11th in the final class meeting. So the schedule should be pretty straightforward. Definitely take a good look through that syllabus. Other thing I would like to show you are the course modules. So if you click the course modules tab on the left, okay, this folder pops up, tells you more or less what's going on for weeks 1 and 2, an overview of the material, what the readings are, homework that needs to be submitted, any other required actions. So if you go ahead and click on that tab, it'll show you, one of the first videos posted. Hopefully you watched that video already before you're watching this one. And below that is the link to the MindTap course. So if you click on that link, it'll take you directly to MindTap. In order to access your MindTap, there's a PDF document that's posted within this announcement that you can click on. And this will give you all the information needed to go ahead and successfully enroll yourself in MindTap, which will be discussed more in the next video. Anytime you want to access a Zoom session, you can just click this virtual classroom here, and it will redirect you to the login page for Zoom. I will get a room generally that's open that we can just pop in and out of, and I'll give you guys the web URL before Wednesday's office hours. Otherwise, this hopefully gave you a nice overview of the Blackboard page and where you should be looking for things. Keep an eye out for the next video, which is going to show you what the MindTap dashboard looks like. Looking forward to seeing you soon.